Hey, you guys are not going to jump.
Oh man! Now
Tejo.
here's a. Hold on. Can you guys redo that?
I come
picture in the
empty-handed to hug you.
How are you?
You know, I thought I was going to come to New York to enjoy, but I miss New Vrindavan so much now. It's unbelievable. I can't wait to get out of here.
Are you living there or here now?
I'm living in New Vrindavan.
Just visiting.
I'm going to leave my body in New Vrindavan, thank God.
He came up
Thanks
to
to
see
this
you.
guy.
He came up to see you. Tejo came to see you.
Haribo Prabhu, how are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful to see you. Wonderful.
All these people came into town to see you, by the way. They weren't just here. They all came up to see you.
No, I actually came here to see the World Trade Center.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, right?
Nice.
Prabhu, I've been blessed. That's all I
Tejo, we
can say.
were wondering if we
I've
could.
been blessed.
We were wondering if we could get a video of you. Redoing when you were at the barrels of cold water. Yeah, okay, Krishna, okay. Krishna, okay, I'm going to do it.
He does that now when he puts his socks on.
You know, he was just going to...
It's true.
That's why it's so good.
No, you guys were crazy for those cold showers. Definitely.
Who threw the cold water on?
No, that was insane.
Remember busting those jugs of water on the side of the van to take cold
Was
showers?
that cool as shake car? Or do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
No, worse than cold showers up in Vrindavan, down by the gap, down by Bahula Barn,
Oh yeah.
up on the hill there.
Yeah.
That was insane.
It's
That
not only
was
cold,
torture.
But there was little worms floating.
Right. Here, clean yourself with swamp water. You know.
Yes.
No, I tell you, I can't ever. I remember all those days you making that sandesh to practically disappear on the counter. Then all of a sudden it comes back together. You know, so beautiful there. It's gorgeous. They just were going to redo Vrindavan, and I guess it's been on hold now.
It's on hold because they're going under it with a coal mine, so they don't want to redo the building until they go under it and then it settles, then redo the building. Because if they redo it and they go under it, it'll get damaged. So it's on hold right now to see what the coal company's going to do. But they are going to spend a minimum to patch up holes and everything, so there's no deterioration until they decide.
The altar is still beautiful. The altar is still there. The Pujari room is still intact. Your room up in that little loft there, that shelf, that's still intact. Yeah.
Shelf.
No, that was beautiful. That was just.
That was the most highly esteemed explanation of it I've ever heard.
The shelf?
The shelf.
Yes.
Radhanath's abode.
You had shelves like that in your van, the
Probably.
Vrindavan van. I was like, do you put books on this? He goes, no, you sleep on it. It's like held by two thin chains. It's like,
In 1974, I burnt down the only place of income in all of New Vrindavan. It was a incense warehouse, and I burnt it down. And I was crying, and Kirananda Maharaj was really kind to me, but there was no place for us to live. So he said, well, that's why I burnt it down. We were sleeping on the floor, my wife and I, because there was no apartments for anyone to live. So we had to keep our goods in an empty truck, our clothes and everything. And at night when the devotee who worked in the warehouse went back to the ashram, we would sleep on the floor in the aisle in the warehouse. And I had to stoke the fire at night so we wouldn't freeze to death. And I wound up burning the building down. Mm-hmm. Only source of income in the whole community at the time. So I'm crying, I'm distressed. I burnt my eyelashes out trying to put the fire out. And I'm up in Kirananda Maharaj's cabin with Gadadhar, and I'm crying, and Kirananda Maharaj is telling me, I've only been there, a couple of months, and I've destroyed the only source of income. And I'm crying, and Kirananda Maharaj is telling me, it's all right. And I said, no, it's not all right. It's our only source of income. We depend on it. And Kirananda Maharaj said, Bhakti, we don't depend on the incense business. We depend on Radha Vrindavan Chandra. He was completely warm. He was, not blowing smoke. He didn't treat me. I just burnt down the only source of income in the whole place. And then he said to me, because there was nowhere to live, he said, until a room comes available, you can go, an apartment, they didn't call them rooms, until an apartment, which is about the size of a closet, comes available, you and your wife can go up and live with Gadadhar. He was in the cabin with Kirtanandamar, so I hardly knew Gadadhar at the time, brand new. And he says, you can go up and share Gadadhar's apartment. In his apartment, there's a loft. So go down the truck, get our clothes. My wife and I go up there, and that's what it was, a shelf. A shelf on the whole apartment was no bigger than, from there to there, and, 10 feet that way. And on the wall, it was a shelf. So Gadadhar and Sarveswar slept on the floor, and my wife and I slept on the shelf. Shelf living in New Vrindavan.
That was in Kirtananda's cabin?
No, that was in Householder Heights. Remember, Vana lived on one side of the smaller cabin, Vana on one side, Gadadhar on the other. And Megamala and I stayed on the shelf for a few days till the room came available. Yeah, shelf living. He has a loft. I'm thinking, it's a loft.
From New York, you know what lofts are.
Yeah, loft. It's going to be nice. Wood floors, brick walls.
Cold water flat.
Prabhupada lived in a loft.
Todd's little place up there, the marble floor is still there. The
Log
places
cabin.
collapsed.
Oh, the
But
pen?
Yeah.
right. But the marble floor is still there.
The roof had collapsed.
Last time I went up there, a tree landed down on it, and but it is savable. It is savable. It's gorgeous.
That's landmark
is.
even besides New Vrindavan.
It
That's
is
like
beautiful.
1700s. That's an original.
It's the first place I lived when I came to Vrindavan.
The old Vrindavan temple, you mean?
No, remember when Kirtananda would come up on Sunday nights to the ashram,
third floor.
and then he would go down and sleep in that log cabin that was
Yeah, yeah.
down behind that little cabin.
When are they going to
Yeah.
open this Mayapur temple? Very soon?
Planning to open it.
It looks amazing. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Looks like right out of the Bhagavatam or something. It looks gorgeous. Thank God. Thank God.
You'll have to come for the opening. You haven't been to India.
The only way I could think of coming, Tulsi invited me, because I guess Tulsi's got a place on it. I couldn't do that plane. So I told Tulsi I'd have to be knocked out.
Which he wouldn't mind, by the way. Which he wouldn't mind. He'll sacrifice
Just
if
wake
we
me
need
up
him
when
to.
I'm in my airport.
He'll sacrifice
do
if
it.
we need him to.
I could. I don't know how you guys do that.
I was going to go afterward, but Nityo convinced me, no, you got to go when it's open. Because Shamasundar had that thing in Pittsburgh where he like 15 families donated like $150,000, and then Nityo donated whatever, and Das $1,000 for me and Das, and so you have to go there. It's what Prabhupada wanted, his dream, So I know the guy that works on Krishna Path, and so maybe he'll find some accommodation there. Otherwise, it's pretty crazy, but it is a historical event, TOBP. We'll knock you out.
Yeah.
Believe me.
There you go. He'll be
Yeah,
happy
they must
to.
have cruises to India. Or something.
Steamship.
Yeah, Jal Duda.
That's it. Go on,
Where's that boat
be a
still in
stowaway or
commission?
something. I couldn't do it. I went out to Vegas for spiritual principles. I couldn't do it. And that was 5 hours. They were like, "Sir, you have to sit down." I was like,
Pacing on the plane.
I hardly ever travel. I've been to New York, Pennsylvania, Jersey, and New Vrindavan. That's it. I've never traveled like you guys.
Looks like you got a new plan.
That's austere
Take him out
travel.
on Sankirtan. And you'll learn how to travel.
Unbelievable. I couldn't do it. Thank God for you guys. Well, Prabhupada for doing what he did. That's austere. Flying like that. I just landed in LaGuardia. I'll never do that again. I'll never. The moment I landed, I was like, oh my God. They're rebuilding the whole airport while operating. Oh my God.
And he was
That
running
was
for
a
train.
mistake.
Make the train.
I should have done Kennedy or Newark.
I said, that even hurts more.
Yeah. I called AAA. gave me 2 round-trip tickets in a car for 5 days for $700.
I'm like, why didn't you call us?
I was like, book it.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? I can't do the drive no more. I can't do it. I'm like losing the brain.
How far is it to New Vrindavan from here? What's the
About 8
5 minutes.
miles, 450 miles.
Downplay like
Do it less.
what's the day's event?
Yeah.
My father is still alive up here. He's 95 years old. I took him last night out to an Italian dinner. And, you know, you could get moments from him and stuff.
Arjune's chuckling over there. I think he wants to go to the next one.
Up in the Bronx. And then the other night I went, there's a play in New York City now called The Bronx Tale. I actually went to see that. And then I went up to the Bronx to see my family. And I saw The Bronx Tale alive. And I'm glad to be here, believe me. I'm glad I'm out of the Bronx. It's unbelievable up there. I can't wait to get back home tomorrow. I love my family, but it's just... I don't miss New York City. I love the skyline. I went to see the new memorial for the World Trade. That building is so beautiful. Have you seen the building? The memorial building? No, the memorial building.
Yeah, down in the
It's
basement.
beautiful.
In the basement, you mean?
No, it's not in the
Yeah,
basement.
we're gonna get Kelly wants to get a picture, and we gotta go move a couple of cars. So.
But
Oh yeah, I gotta put some money in.
yeah.
feed the meter.
We should do the picture with the Empire State Building in the back, with the sun again.
No,
the last time I
very
came
artistic
here-
slant.
I was thinking, is this even going to work? I can't even
Next to
see
the
it.
desire tree.
Here, this way.